So Marvel's The Defenders. Could have dropped the. The latest Marvel show from Netflix dropped last weekend, and before the weekend was out, I'd finished the whole series. It's just 8 episodes, which has some people referring to it as a mini-series. And I guess that's fair considering all the other series boasted 13 installments each. I've been avidly binging these shows since the first season of Daredevil, perhaps my favorite drama of all time, and I've become enough of a fanboy that despite Danny Rand's shortcomings, I even thoroughly enjoyed Iron Fist. The strength of these shows for me, and perhaps the source of their bingeableness, is that they flow like really extended movies, and I like my movies how I like my books, epically long. This all boils down to my TLDR for this review. I liked it a lot, and I think you should watch it, ideally after you catch up on the previous 5 seasons. Defenders picks up with each of the 4 street-level superheroes and their sidekicks at the cliff's edge of their respective storylines, necessarily spoiling at least those most recent events. So, spoilers. Matt Murdock, the Daredevil and my favorite Defender, has ceased his bone-crunching patrols and is, happily, working solo as a lawyer for some down-and-out peeps pro bono. Jessica Jones, probably the most developed Defender, is recovering from the trauma of defeating her first nemesis, pretty much avoiding any detective work. Luke Cage is fresh out of prison, having been framed for an old crime, and Danny Rand is struggling with his failure to protect the city/mystical realm that made him the Iron Fist. The evil organization, The Hand, which was originally revealed in Daredevil, is up to no good as always, and Sigourney Weaver's Alexandra Reed, the newest big bad, is swiftly revealed to be the villainous villain we've encountered so far. The Hand is after a mysterious substance and the destruction of New York, and only our motley group of vigilantes can stop them. I guess the Avengers are busy fighting Thanos. So this brings us to the good. The first is simply having something decent to watch. I really appreciate something gritty but not repulsive, and marvelly but not so campy. All of these shows hit a real sweet spot for me, and I typically enjoy the writing. Secondly, while I'll agree that Danny Rand is the shallowest character going into the Defenders, I ultimately like all of these heroes, and seeing them come together was a treat. That little joy trickles down to create other nice moments like Foggy meeting Luke, and Matt's mentor Stick happily insulting every character in sight. It feels as though there's a lot more action per episode in this series than the rest, and although there are no truly artful sequences, like Daredevil's hallway or stairwell fight scenes, what's there is still enjoyable. In particular, there are some really great power usage moments from Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and some definitely smile-to-your-face ones from, possible spoiler, Madame Gao. The location of the Hand's special substance and the consequences of its harvesting are pretty standard fare bad guy stuff, but the gradual reveals and the realization of the substance's source made me nerd happy. Spoiler again, it comes from dragon bones, like wormy, snaky Chinese dragons. Nice. As for character development, some may balk at Matt's art concerning Elektra, but it was movement. He ended a season not wearing the suit, and obviously he's now in it again. Satisfies me. Pretty much everyone else only takes baby steps, and I think I understand that writing decision, saving the big development for each character's own series. Ultimately, there wasn't a plot point I deeply disagreed with, nor was there anything that really floored me with awe. I never caught anyone slipping out of character, and though placing the sidekicks in their little purgatory was a little bit odd, I think they all held down the fort pretty well. Given more screen time, I'd have loved to see some of those characters a little bit more. Foggy is amazing, Misty is made of steel, and I missed her case-solving powers. And Colleen Wing is awesomely fearless. Look at her walking off that near disembowelment. So around here is where the series may let some people down. It's ultimately an extended action flick featuring characters you're already supposed to be attached to. You could watch this series as a standalone, but you might end up feeling a little bit lost, and you'll be craving for some heavier, drama-worthy character development. The show's impact might also be lessened if you didn't enjoy one or more of the other Defenders in their natural habitat. Sigourney's villain was well played and certainly imposing, but the character herself just doesn't hold up to the extremely well-written Wilson Fisk from Daredevil, or the terrifyingly repulsive Kilgrave from Jessica Jones. Even Cottonmouth from Luke Cage is more identifiable. On that note, another spoiler. Alexandra's death is a paradoxically expected surprise, but nothing to make my jaw drop the way Mariah's murder of Cottonmouth mid-season on Luke Cage did. Man, that was awesome. This leaves us with Danny. Poor Danny. And I think that's the issue with his series and his place in Defenders. He's Danny first, Iron Fist second. Matt Murdock is Daredevil's mask in that whatever he's doing, he can't help but be Daredevil. Same goes for Luke and Jessica. Their powers and identities aren't secret like Daredevil's, and nearly everything they do, the cards are all on the table, and we see their hero side first, their weakness second. Danny is only the fist when he has no other choice, and I wonder if this stems from the writers putting too much constraint on his use of power. His fighting pales in comparison to Daredevil's when his long years of training in a mystical martial arts wonderland should put him at least a few tiers above everyone except maybe Stick and Elektra. I think Danny will get there after working out his angst and perhaps a little more work with the stunt coordinators, but hey, this isn't an Iron Fist review, is it? So my advice, check out The Defenders once you've caught up on the Netflix Marvel Universe, and enjoy it for what it is, a special event, team-up miniseries in which you get to spend a bit more time with some cool characters, break some bones, punch some faces, and occasionally chuckle. Now, spoilers, my favorite moments. Jessica makes Matt chuckle.
I don't know, all these brown sounds look the same, don't they? Sorry.
Luke takes a nasty right hook to the face from Danny. Jessica casually props a dumpster up against a doorway.
Hey, let's go.
Get over here, guys!
Gal casually 1-inch punches said dumpster and doorway across the parking lot. Daredevil is the only one in costume and everybody teases him.
The scarf looked better. Nice ears.
They're horns.
There it is again.
Jessica nabs an elevator car with what looks to be a one-handed save.
No way.
Stop staring, start climbing.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you with the next review.